Some of you may not know this about me, but I used to be all about Call of Duty. This channel began solely with me discussing and playing Call of Duty, but as I got older, the yearly formula grew stale. In my personal opinion, every single Call of Duty features the developers, whether that be Treyarch or Infinity Ward or Sledgehammer Games, promising something unique and innovative, when in reality it's just kind of more the same. The last time I honestly enjoyed Call of Duty was back around 2011. Sure, there have been some decent games since, but it at least for me is more the same. But just the other day, Black Ops 4 was revealed, and I'll admit it is quite different, and that kind of lies one of the biggest problems with it. It's different, but it's not unique or innovative. It's introducing a battle royale mode to jump on that trend, although I will admit there is some potential with that. The multiplayer is going to be introducing quite a few Overwatch elements because it worked well in that game, so why not Call of Duty, I guess. It seems there will be a lot of micromanaging in the game. You'll have to do like constantly using a syringe if you get shot to regenerate health, and overall with the shift to 5 versus 5 player matches and the fact that specialists are back and a team can't have players using the same specialist, Black Ops 4 is shifting away from the casual experience to a more competitive experience, in which I almost feel like Treyarch would prefer people invest their time in the new battle royale mode. But this latest Call of Duty installment is also removing the campaign mode because players did not bother with the Black Ops 3 campaign, which was trash in my opinion, but Activision's justifying a $60 price tag because there will be 3 zombie maps, and oh yeah, the battle royale mode. Now, this video obviously will get downvoted by some just because I'm criticizing Call of Duty, and it seems there's a loud minority that don't wish to hear that the changes coming to Black Ops 4 are somewhat disappointing at the very least. These are the same people that continue to defend Electronic Arts for their disgusting treatment of the Star Wars license. Anyway, I wanted to start this video by giving my thoughts on the Black Ops 4 reveal, which I have just done, so we can now move on to what I believe is a bigger issue, and that is the lies Activision is trying to get consumers to believe, and the YouTubers who serve as messengers.
When it talked about the specialist, it looked like a Rainbow Six Siege type trailer. So I mean, it was cool. It's like this combination of Overwatch, Call of Duty, Rainbow Six Siege, and hell, maybe even some Battlefield in there. It was very, very unique.
His next point is $60 for multiplayer game only. I don't agree with this point at all because, of course, I mean, there's multiplayer, but there's also going to be zombies. There's also going to be some sort of solo story modes and battle royale. So you're not just getting multiplayer only. And hopefully, because they didn't do a campaign, the multiplayer and the zombies, I mean, the zombies look really, really amazing. Hopefully, that's going to, bring better value.
Hey everyone, my name's Ali A, and as you can see behind me, I'm here in LA where I've been playing Black Ops 4 early, and I've got gameplay for you guys here today. If you're excited from everything you've seen in this video and all the trailers that have been released, give it a big fat thumbs up.
To be honest with you, they put a lot of crap in this game. And when I use the word crap, I mean it in a good way, to be honest with you. This game, it might go down as the best Call of Duty, in my personal opinion. You heard it here first.
Every single year it is the same situation. You have tons of YouTubers hyping up the new Call of Duty game and at times defending said game from the valid criticism that fans are giving. One great example is T. Martin discussing the hate Call of Duty Infinite Warfare's trailer was receiving by reading off the Activision CEO's remarks and saying the following.
This could be a really cool game. Infinity Ward has had 3 years to work on it. They've obviously learned from some mistakes with Ghost. Ghost wasn't really fair because the big fiasco they had at the studio and stuff like that. And I mean, everybody's all excited for Call of Duty Modern Warfare Remastered. Guess who originally made that fantastic game everybody's so excited about? Infinity Ward did.
Except that last comment he said isn't actually true. Jason West and Vince Zampella were the heads of Infinity Ward, and in 2010, right around the time Modern Warfare 2 was released, they were fired, which led to about half the studio's developers resigning. The original Infinity Ward died long ago, and other than that remark made by T. Martin, this is what you get from the average Call of Duty YouTuber on a regular basis. You'll sometimes see criticism, but often the real big issues like Activision's slimy loot boxes or worrying trademarks, or really anything to do with their greed and manipulation never gets addressed. But what they certainly do show off is all the events they're flown out to, the free items they receive, and even at times getting to appear in a game. The point that needs to be emphasized is that these YouTubers are a marketing tool, and looking to them offer an honest opinion is not possible considering their relationship with Activision. But next, we need to discuss the dishonesty of Activision and Treyarch. A while back, there was some leaks that popped up which claimed that Black Ops 4 would feature a Battle Royale mode. It also said that it wouldn't feature a traditional campaign as it was cancelled mid-development. The multiplayer at one point looked a lot like Overwatch and had been play-tested, in which the play-testers hated it, which led to Treyarch having to roll back some of the new features. A lot of people in the Call of Duty community went out of their way to debunk this, and unfortunately almost everything stated in that leak has been found to be true. But what's most interesting is the angle Activision and Treyarch are going with on the exclusion of a single-player campaign. Dan Bunting, studio co-head at Treyarch, said, "Going back to the very beginning of Black Ops 4 development, we never had set out to make the traditional campaign. We always started from the place of, we're going to make something different with this game that was going to be inspired by how our community was interacting with Black Ops 3 in the games over the years. We see more and more players spending more time with multiplayer and zombies, not just in the game, but out of the game, streaming and talking about it in forums. It's generated a really huge crowd response. The decision was, we wanted to make a different style of game this time," further adding and boldly claiming there was never a traditional campaign.
"This is a load of barnacles.
We've always wanted to tell stories in different ways. We've always wanted to celebrate our community, especially how you play the game with friends. The heart and soul of this game is how you play games with friends. And we wanted to do more with that than we've ever done before." The problem with that statement is Black Ops 4 has been in development for about 3 years now, and the Battle Royale trend only really picked up last year. If you're telling me they plan to go multiplayer and zombies only, that's BS. Activision found the perfect excuse to drop single player, considering it costs so much to make in the first place, and the fact that microtransactions cannot be implemented into it. This was a dream come true for Activision. Now, with that original leak and a few others that followed, it seems what really happened was the campaign was scrapped just recently here in 2018 in order for Treyarch to focus on the money-making microtransaction-driven multiplayer and new Battle Royale mode. Look, I find it hilarious that Treyarch is saying that narrative can be found in the multiplayer. The last time we heard something similar said was 2014's Titanfall, and that was one of the biggest issues players had with that game, which led to Titanfall 2 featuring a pretty solid single-player campaign. Besides Treyarch's single-player lies, it also seems they don't wish to compare Black Ops 4 to Overwatch, when the similarities are pretty obvious. Dan Bunting, in his interview with Eurogamer, deflected a lot of the questions about Black Ops 4 being like Overwatch, claiming that the new gameplay features weren't at all inspired by that game, and instead was really inspired by their history, I guess. Either way, Treyarch is full of blatant lies, and unfortunately, you will not be seeing many Call of Duty YouTubers, or any at all, criticizing this clear dishonesty. So with Black Ops 4 quote-unquote innovation, it's actually regression, and the reason for that is to cut development costs and increase revenue. This all comes down to greed, and it's important all gamers understand that the YouTubers doing supply drop videos are a part of the problem. And while everyone shat on EA for the nasty Battlefront 2 pay-to-win elements, Call of Duty has been doing almost the exact same fucking thing for years. Whether that be throwing loot boxes down in front of your face in Call of Duty World War II, or actual gameplay affecting weapons that can be obtained probably with a 0.00001% chance in Call of Duty Black Ops 3. But like FIFA Ultimate Team, the only reason why there hasn't been a mass boycott is because there are many more casual players involved who don't know or care about stupid microtransactions, and with those specific games, the greedy manipulative publishers get away with their BS. Anyway, with Black Ops 4, I'm disappointed but not surprised. As of recording this video, there's a new leak claiming there will be free multiplayer DLC maps. I'm not sure if that's completely true, which I'm confused why people are actually cheering this on, as this should have been something done years ago, especially considering the billions of dollars Activision makes yearly off of Call of Duty. But unfortunately, I already expect the 5-year-old army of Call of Duty gamers to storm in and defend Black Ops 4 just because. Black Ops 4 may end up being an alright or even good game, but with once again clear lies coming from the developer's mouth and the questionable relationship Call of Duty YouTubers have with Activision, I think at the very least there should be more skepticism, especially considering the original leaks, which only came a month ago, claimed the game was a mess, which doesn't seem to be being brought up at all. I just find it so interesting how the cycle goes full circle every single year, with people falling for the hype and then eventually at launch being disappointed. Again, maybe Black Ops 4 turns out okay, but right now looking at the multiplayer reveal trailer, there are 168,000 dislikes to 290,000 likes. While some of the hate may just be trolls, there certainly is valid criticism that either is being ignored or not talked about by some of the biggest Call of Duty influencers. So we'll end this video saying if we're going to hold Electronic Arts accountable for their actions, Activision needs to be next because they've somehow avoided scrutiny for far too long. But thank you for watching, make sure to leave a like if you did enjoy this video or found any informative value, and consider subscribing for more videos like this, and I'll see you later.